I think you're on.
Well, yay. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday, everybody. We are so thankful that you're in our house, and allow me to introduce myself. I am Melissa Quayle.
And I'm the other half, Mike Quayle.
We're glad you're here, and whoever invited you to watch us on this Facebook Live event, it's because they care about you, because you matter to them. And I just want to tell you, I don't know if you've ever heard about Juice Plus, and if you have, the question I get all the time is, what does it taste like? Which that means they don't know what it is. Juice Plus is very easily explained. It is 30 raw fruits and vegetables, all taken and in a beautiful way that there's no way you could do in your kitchen. It's a way that none of us would figure out, but thankfully a scientist did, and it is literally 30 raw fruits and vegetables, and the water is taken out. So, you know, people say, how is there any way that you can get 30 fruits and vegetables into a capsule? Well, it's very easy. You know, if something happens to us and we die, take all the water out, we can fit in a little jar. Well, that's what happens here. So this is 30 raw fruits and vegetables, and it's a step above organic. And it is vine ripened, which I had no idea what a big deal that was. But it's because so many things that we buy today in their grocery store, unless you grow it in your own backyard or you have access to someone that is picking it, you know, when it's ripe and you're able to purchase it then, it's vine ripened. And it is the best quality of fruits and vegetables. And we're so thankful for the product of Juice Plus. And the reason I'm so thankful, and the reason I told you that whoever invited you is because you matter to them. I heard about Juice Plus 8.5 years ago, and I just heard one phrase that got my attention, and that was, with Juice Plus you get new red blood cells in 4 months. Well, to you that may not seem like a big deal, but to me it was huge. Because I have this dark cloud that has always hung over me of horrible DNA. And just my mom alone, we're just staying on my mom. She had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, colon cancer, which left her with an ostomy bag, and ovarian cancer that took her life. So I had no idea. I thought, you know, whatever your parents had, that's what you were stuck with. So new red blood cells in 4 months got my attention. But the reason that was such a day of hope for me, that phrase was to me, was because my husband had just died an hour and a half before. I was only 45. He was 46, and he died of lung cancer, and he was a non-smoker. And there was no cancer in his family. So I literally was on my way to pick out his casket. And I had 2 kids. I was 45 years old, and I was just scared to death. You know, the thought of being an only parent was weighing in on me. So I immediately added Juice Plus. I didn't know that it was the most thoroughly researched nutritional product in the world. That now there's over 35 clinical, double-blind, peer-reviewed, gold standard studies that are on this product. So had I known that, oh my goodness, but I didn't even know that. I just knew that I needed to do something. You know, I was overwhelmed, and I don't know if you maybe are listening and you're overwhelmed with your health, and you know you need to do something, but you don't know where to start. This is simple. It's so easy. You can take it by capsules, or you can take it with the gummies. And the capsules, my precious husband set up our little thing. If you notice, it says nutritional facts. It doesn't say supplement. Our body doesn't know what to do with supplements, but our body knows what to do with food. You know, when God made Adam and Eve, where did he put them? He put them in the garden. Well, I'm so thankful for this gift that, you know, I noticed that I started having more energy, sinus over time. You know, my sinus, I've struggled with chronic sinus infections my entire adult life. I don't have those anymore. I sleep better. I was able to handle the stress of everything that was going on in my life. But what really got my attention was when my 16-year-old started asking me for fruits and vegetables that she literally could not stand. And that's when I'm like, okay, all of this started to add up. But what I'm so thankful for is that 4 years ago, almost this same time of year, I met this amazing man. And I always say it's so much more fun if I tell the story of him taking Juice Plus, but it's not quite as accurate. So I'm going to let him tell the story.
Well, as Melissa just said, I found out about Juice Plus from her about 4 years ago, and we had been corresponding over emails, etc. And I finally decided to fly to Tennessee to meet this remarkable woman. And I show up at her house for breakfast one morning, and it was actually really the first time we had actually laid eyes on each other. She had made breakfast for me and had several piles of pills sitting out in front of my
think they're in the bottles, but he remembers pills, so we'll go with his story.
Well, whatever they were, you're looking at a complete skeptic right from the very start. She started telling me all this information that you're now hearing, and I thought, well, this is pretty cool. I can go along with this. But the thing that I was getting nervous about, all these capsules, I've got to tell a secret on myself, is I'm pretty much of a lifelong recovering alcoholic and drug addict. So putting pills in front of somebody like me was not a good idea. But I believed everything she said, but I was very skeptical. And after breakfast, I went back to my hotel room, and the first thing I did was I pulled out my computer and I started researching this product. Now, I'm a career journalist. I've spent most of my life in the newspaper business, so I wanted to find out what this product was. So the first Google search ended up with a gentleman on a video saying Juice Plus is a scam. I thought, okay, now we know what's going on here. And but I thought, okay, that's too easy. And why is this guy on the first page? It takes a lot of money to be on the first page. Well, I investigated who he was, found out that he was a paid lobbyist for the pharmaceutical industry. So that pretty much told me that this product is being feared by pharmaceuticals, so there must be something to it. Then I started looking at some of the research on it and the scientific research, and I came to find out that my skepticism was not very well placed. And I too have not a very good health past, but outside of being alcoholic, I had a high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high this, high that. If it was out there, I was probably high. And after taking Juice Plus for, I think, about 4 to 6 months, everything in my blood values changed. And it changed, they were almost perfect, literally for the first time in my life. And yeah, I had altered my diet somewhat. I'd started to exercise a little bit. I was losing weight. But gone were my high blood pressure. My triglycerides were back into the perfect range. My cholesterol was down almost 300 points. Now it is. And everything else, I mean, I have the blood work of a very young man. Plus my bleeding gums were gone, my morning fog, everything else that 60-year-old men have. And so I am to this day delighted that this beautiful woman brought Juice Plus not only into my life, but into my family's life.
Aw, well, I'm telling you, skeptics used to scare me, but they don't scare me anymore. Because one of the things that, after we met, we go and meet his daughter. Well, of course, there's small children in the room, so what am I going to do? I'm going to give them gummies. And that is one of the things that I love about our company. This right now, they are saying that this generation of children are not expected to outlive their parents. And they also, statistics are showing that this generation is more harmed by poor nutrition than they are by drug, alcohol, and tobacco combined. So when you think about that, most people would just say, oh, that's awful, and be disgusted by it. But the Juice Plus company says, no, we're not going to accept that. So for every adult that orders Juice Plus, they are able to sponsor a child. And what that basically means is you're able to get a child Juice Plus for free for 4 years. They just have to be 4 years old to a full-time college student. So the gummies bring me to, when we walk into his daughter's house, I meet his daughter. There's 2 precious little girls who are now my granddaughters. And I didn't realize that there were health challenges going on. But Addison, our 3.5-year-old then, had never gone to the bathroom on her own. She left the hospital and had never even had a bowel movement. So she had lived her entire life on enemas and Miralax. So this crazy Southern lady comes walking in with these gummies, and I'm giving them gummies. Well, their mom, Jamie, is just panicking, thinking, oh my gosh, I can't say anything. My dad's fallen in love with this woman. What am I supposed to do? But by the end of the weekend, because of, you know, our schedule and all, Jamie had forgotten to give her Miralax. And Jamie says she still remembers it to this day, kneeling down and saying, "Baby, Mommy's so sorry I forgot to give you your medicine." She said, "It's okay, Mommy, I poop." And so, you know, now, I mean, her behavior, everything has changed. So I'm so thankful because even though he was skeptic, he did the research and he now believes, you know, and is so thankful. But, you know, one of the things I always love to say about Juice Plus never promises to treat, cure, or prevent anything. But, you know, I said, when God put Adam and Eve, where did he put them? He put them in the garden. But I don't know about you, as hard as we try, and we really do try to eat good, but we travel a lot. And even with that, it's hard to get in 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables.
Not to mention how expensive it is.
Exactly. I mean, we love, like, Honeycrisp apples. He specifically does. You'll go buy 4 apples, it's over $11. So when you think of the fact that you're getting 30 raw fruits and vegetables for $2.38 a day, and with that, you're able to sponsor a child, and they get the red and the green, the orchard and the garden for free. So they're getting 20 raw fruits and vegetables for free. So it's amazing. So for me, it's simple, it's affordable. The cost is my very favorite part. And for someone that was a widow, when I very first started taking Juice Plus, you know, I had to really be careful with my budget. But my favorite part is, I don't know how I'm able to get 30 fruits and vegetables for a little over $2 a day. So really, I view it more as the value that it's adding in my life than I do the cost. Because I'm telling you, you may start taking Juice Plus, and I don't want you to think, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to take Juice Plus and I'm going to be able to walk on water in a week." No, you can't build prevention always. But the worst part is, you can't build deterioration till it's too late. So that's why we just want to be able to share with you a very simple, a very easy way to be able to change your health. I mean, who doesn't want to look better, feel better, and have more energy and not have to spend so much money on over-the-counter drugs? So we, as a family, have been doing something called Shred 10. And yes, thank you for that smile. But it is something that we are doing along with our Juice Plus. And it is basically, it is not a diet. But what it is, it's just eliminating, who doesn't have bad habits they need to eliminate? So the few things they're going to eliminate, and let me just tell you this, when you order Juice Plus, whoever you order Juice Plus from, we want to make sure you request and say, "Hey, give me that cookbook that lady was telling me about." But we can email you this cookbook, and you can leave it in email form. My sweet husband went to Staples and had this printed up for me. But we want to arm you and be able to help you. We don't want you to just be taking capsules and gummies. We want this to literally be a catalyst to change your health and your family's health. And so this is a cookbook, but also too, there is something we're doing called Shred, and you can also get the Shred guide. But with what we're doing, like I said, we are eliminating gluten, dairy, caffeine. This man we are on day 7. Woohoo! We're on day 7. This man has not had caffeine in 7 days, which is a really big deal because on some days he would drink 4 cups of coffee. So
I haven't gone that long since I was 10.
So this is what true love and wanting to be your best will do for you. No alcohol, no processed foods, and no sugar. And then not eat after 6 p.m., which I know for some people, you say, "Well, I may not get off till 6. What the goal is, don't eat 3 hours before you go to bed at night, because I am telling you, we are getting such amazing results. Because what you want to do is, so we talked about the eliminating, but now let's talk about the things you want to add. You want to add more whole food. You want to add your trio capsules. You want to add 2 shakes a day, which in a few minutes, Mike's going to show you how easy it is to do the shakes. And our shakes are a complete meal replacement. And literally, it is 130 calories and 20 grams of carbohydrate. And people say, "Wow, that may be a lot of carbohydrates." No, it's the same glycemic index as broccoli because it's not high carbohydrates that make your sugar go so high, but it keeps you balanced. It's the same glycemic index as broccoli, so that's how it's going to affect your blood sugar. And it has 8 grams of fiber. I don't know why I always look, but I always look, even though I know that's what it's going to say. But it is gluten-free, it's dairy-free, and it is vegan, and it is just, it's amazing. I mean, in fact, for lunch, he used the vanilla and made us blueberry pancakes, and it was delicious. I didn't even need any syrup. It was so good. And but he's going to make a shaker cup in a minute. But what I want him to do is, and also one of the things we want to add is sleeping 7 to 8 hours and really, really drink a lot of water. Like every night I fill up a gallon jug of water, and that is my goal every day, is to drink a gallon of water. And then we want you to work out most days. And if that is 3 different times a day, just walking 10 minutes or doing stairs, doing whatever you can do. This morning,
just move.
Yeah, just move, exactly. This morning before church, I have a spin bike. So I went in and got my exercise in before we went to church. But I want Mike to explain to you what, go.
Well, I want to make sure that everyone knows that Juice Plus is not a diet product.
Right.
The Shred 10 is not a diet.
Right.
This is whole food, fruits and vegetables in a capsule. So when we're talking about Shred 10, this is just literally a simple way to kind of rebalance your body, and that's what shredding is to do a nutritional rebalancing. So, and it's not a diet. But did you know that fat is created to protect the body from toxins and impurities? I didn't know that. But it creates unwanted weight. When you gain fat in your body, it creates unwanted weight. Dieting or calorie cutting or exercising, whatever you want to do, results in fat loss, but it increases the toxic density in the cells of the body. This results in a rebounding effect as the toxic overload triggers the body's need to create fat. Now, what the shred is basically cellular cleansing, and it removes toxins from the body, creates lean muscle, and it melts away fat. But it maintains nutritional balance, and it keeps the body naturally lean while it cleanses and manages toxins. So this is not a diet that you're going to stay with for the rest of your life. This is just one more simple way to improve your health through the nutrition that you're getting through Juice Plus.
Exactly. It's just basically a jump start. You know, that's what we wanted and we needed. We wanted a jump start in our health because we've both been on Juice Plus. We've both been enjoying the benefits. I've been on it for almost 8.5 years. But, you know, I had back surgery and had some issues going on and just put on some extra weight, as we both call it, happy weight. So, you know, we did want to lose some weight if it happened. But the bottom line is our primary goal for doing this, we want to be our best. We want to feel our best. And, you know, it's been amazing and we have so enjoyed it. And he's going to make
you know, and this is, you know, for men too, and I'm going to get back to the men here, but I've taken a shaker cup with almond milk in it with 30 calories, going to pour a single serve of complete mix into it, put the shaker cup lid on, and this is an entire meal right here, and I'll tell you what, it does fill you up. It tastes awesome, and we have both chocolate and vanilla, and you just shake it up and you're ready to go. And we do this sometimes twice a day.
Yeah, exactly. And that was one of the things, I'm glad you said that, baby. So our meal plan, that's a vegan meal replacement. It is non-processed GMO soy, and it's pea protein. So it's, you know, you're not getting the dairy that, you know, so many, you know, people are finding does not agree with their body. But we have 2 shakes a day, and then we have 1 meal during this shred. But even when we're not shredding, you're looking at our breakfast or our snack. I, a lot of times, will put the powder in a bowl, mix a little bit of almond milk, and I make pudding. I put berries and all on it. But what we want to do is just let you know that if this is something that is appealing to you, and you just say, I want a jump start. I know that I need to do something to really kick my health up a little bit more. Then just talk to whoever invited you. But because we're going to start a new group, and what I love is who doesn't want accountability, And who doesn't want a program? That's why people that are successful in losing weight, they do it in a group. They do it with other people. They've got buddies cheering them on. And we all like to say, okay, this is what's good for you. This is what, leave this alone and then eat this. And we've got Facebook groups. We've got, I text friends of mine right now that are shredding with Mike and I. And it's been so amazing because I'm getting results like my blood sugars have never been this balanced. Or I had to run in a Dunkin' Donuts to go to the bathroom and I was not tempted at all. And she said, you don't understand how huge that is. My cravings have been so reduced. No, that wasn't me. But we're getting such great results. But I'm saying this to say we have another shred group starting the very first part of April. So if this sounds appealing to you, please talk to whoever invited you, because what we want to do is we want to help you. We want to get started help you get started if you want to do a jump start with us.
Let me throw something out to the guys here and wives. I know that just from personal experience, men don't really pay a whole lot of attention to the family's nutrition. They don't pay attention to a lot of what they eat. They're at work during the day. They may go to a restaurant. They may just skip lunch. But let me put it out there this way, guys. As the head of your family, the wage earners, basically for the most part of the family, and the protectors of the family, if somebody was coming after you and your family to do you harm, wouldn't you protect them? Well, that's exactly what's happening with today's processed food, fast food. Everything that you see in a box or in a bag in the grocery store, if you'll read the label, it's got stuff on the back that you cannot even pronounce. The stuff's not good for you. And this is one of the reasons that our children today have some of the diseases and the maladies that they have. I'm 60, and when I was a child, I didn't know of children with cancer. I did not know of children with diabetes. We all had ADHD, but we went out in the woods and played and worked it all off. But guys, I want to challenge you to protect your families. Pay attention to the nutrition that your family is getting. Work together with your spouse or your significant others, and even your parents, if they're still alive. Work with them to improve the family's nutrition. And one of the things that, I always thought, okay, Melissa's trying to change what I eat. She's trying to do this. She's trying to do that.
And she was.
Eating fruits and vegetables, though, did it on its own. I wanted more and more of them. And I will guarantee you, you will not become a quinoa and kale eating sissy. You will just start eating and you will start feeling better, and you will be saving money. I don't know how many of us go through the drive-thrus when our kids are little. It's convenient. Don't do it. You're throwing money away on bad nutrition. And to go home and make one simple change in your life, either if it's walking down the driveway for 30 minutes, adding Juice Plus to your diet, drinking more water, just those little changes can help.
Exactly. And if you're sitting here thinking about other people that you know and care about, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, my mom needs to hear about this, my aunt, my sister, my coworker, I just want to share with you, I would be amiss if I didn't share with you an amazing opportunity that comes along with this product. The Juice Plus company has been around over 40 years. And this company has always been about protection. They've been about helping people, always. And our company president, Jay Martin, said that he wants to build a company and make it lasting to help as many people realize their dreams. Well, I'm going to tell you, I didn't know how to dream. I was a very busy mom of a pastor, had 2 kids. My whole world was them, and I love that, and I wouldn't change that. But when my husband died, I didn't know what to do, and I'm so thankful for this company. And because of this company, I learned how to dream. I learned how to do something, and every day I wake up to passion and purpose. I mean, I can't tell you the amazing results of phone calls I get of people that say, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe I'm off blood pressure medicine. Again, that's not Juice Plus. What that is making changes. Juice Plus is the catalyst. But I want you to know that there is an amazing opportunity, and I don't want to make that financial decision for you of something that could be a major blessing in your families. For $50, you can be a distributor. It's only $50 a year. You don't have to put tons of stuff in your garage.
Well, and here's my second point of skepticism. My late wife, Cindy, who died almost 20 years ago, was a real fan of the multi-level marketing programs. But back then it was Avon and
She did Mary Kay.
Mary Kay. She did several of these things. All I remember is I had to invest thousands of dollars to keep an inventory in my garage. We had to bill for it. We had to deliver it. We had to sell it. And every time I got stuck with it. With Juice Plus, they've taken the best of every multi-level marketing program out there, and the only thing that you do to own your own business, you give the company $50. They do everything else for you.
That's right.
They keep the inventory. They don't. You don't have a quota to sell or anything else. All you have to do is tell your story about what Juice Plus has done for you. And that is what we're doing.
That's right.
Neither one of us really need to be doing this. I retired many years ago, and we are now, because our spouses died of cancer at early ages. My wife was only 40 when she died. I don't know if a nutritional change in her life would have had any effect on her death. But I do know that right now I can affect somebody else's life, and that's why we're doing this.
That's exactly right. So we just want to encourage you. As we said, we don't want to make that financial decision for you. You know, we want to share with you that there is an opportunity, and it's an amazing community of people that are like-minded, they're positive, and we're here for you. Whoever invited you, I would love for you to, reach out to them and say, I want to find out more. Because really and truly, I say all the time, we're just paid storytellers. I tell my story, and the premise for my entire story is I had friends of mine that not only knew about Juice Plus, they were distributors, and they never told me. But to their defense, they did not know how powerful, they didn't know all the science behind it. But for me, when Perry was diagnosed with cancer, they said it was in his body for 10 years. So it's that in me that says, what if I would have known? Why didn't somebody love us enough? So that's why every time I start, I say, whoever invited you, it's because they love you. So my thing is, who are you going to love enough to share Juice Plus with? And are you going to love yourself enough to just say, I'm going to set aside $2.38 a day, and I'm going to add 30 raw fruits and vegetables, and even more. We were talking about the complete. Okay, you want to know how cheap that is? Talk about fast food. $2 a meal, and you are getting 15 more plants. So every day, at least, we are getting 30 raw fruits and vegetables from our capsules, and then 15 more in our shake. So we're getting 45 plants. No wonder this precious man is craving all the stuff he's craving now. So we just want to thank you.
I still do like hamburgers and things like that.
He does.
And back to the men again. And I work this program on an 80-20. I'll try to eat the best I can, the cleanest I can, 80% of the time. The other 20, I like to go to movies and eat a bowl of popcorn.
Absolutely.
Or a bucket of popcorn. So,
absolutely.
all we would like to do is to challenge you for 120 days to try Juice Plus. Put Juice Plus into your life. It will change your life, and then you could be a paid storyteller.
Absolutely. Thank y'all so much. I hope everybody has a great rest of the Sunday.